Okay, I'm Ken. Easy 2 tips and tricks for you to see everything up close and personal. Now today I'm going to show you how to make wood putty. I'm going to show you how to tint your glue so that it will match your colors or stains. I will also show you how to do the same with making wood putty. All right, and the different materials you can use for that as well. And some tinting coloring tricks. You can have a colored glue of your choice. Yes, you can make a colored glue. Out of simple, basic, everyday things you have at home. All right, so no further ado, let's do this. So bear with me one moment as I get set up. All right, there's the supplies. Part of them, some of them. And we're going to be filling a crack, showing you how well this works. Okay. Now, let's see here. All right, bear with me one moment, please. One moment. All right, now let's get to this. I'm going to have to zoom in here, and then we're going to fill a joint. All right, I'm going to show you how this works. You see the green over there, and we will be getting to that here in just a minute. So I'm going to zoom in. Okay, what you can see. All right, you notice I have two bottles that appear to be spices. They look like spice bottles. Are they spice bottles? Well, we're going to find out in just one moment. Okay. Now, yes, we have cinnamon. Cinnamon is real close to the color of this floor, and I did a little bit of floor repair. I haven't shown it in my video. I had to custom cut it and create my own joints, and it's been a challenging, and it was not straightforward, so I wasn't able to do that. Or I would have loved to made a video of the work I did here on the floor, but you're going to get to experience this. Now this is a Tide Bond glue. All right, it's water resistant, and you could use Elmer's glue. It just doesn't hold as well. All right. Now, so what I'm going to do is, there's the glue. I'm going to take, this is just a sponge, a little water. All right. Now, this is the glue. Now, this glue dries a yellowish clear. All right. So I'm just going to take my cinnamon. Okay, I'm going to sprinkle some cinnamon in here. I also have some turmeric. Turmeric is a dark yellow color, almost red, has red, somewhat of a red tint to it. Now, so you can make this up and put this in your glue bottle, and you can have it on hand. Okay, and I get to mixing it. Okay, I can add more. I think I want it a little darker. Okay, you can see where it's taken on the color. Needs to be a little darker. Okay, now we're going to use a little turmeric. You can do this with any seasonings. Okay, if you needed it black, you could use. I would use pepper. Okay. And again, I don't know if you see that I'm putting it in here. All right. So there's a turmeric. You can see it's an orange yellow, which if you're on the floor is all orange yellow color. So this, when I get it mixed up, should blend pretty well with the floor. Okay, so we're gonna mix this up. See? Then I'm going to show you how well this works. Alright, see the color. Alright. Now, if I was staining and I had some joints that I needed to fill, then I could play with my colors, get my colors close, and then I could fill the joint with it. Alright. So, here it is. Alright, we're needing some more. We're needing some more cinnamon. Okay. And we're just playing with it here. And remember, you know, colors. This is smelling pretty good about now. That's going to need quite a bit more. I want that to be a little more, slightly darker. All right. I wish I could pause, but I'm live, and so since I'm live, I'm unable to pause. So, thanks for the thumbs up. Okay, so we're going to make it darker. Now if I went live, I could pause it and I could get this mixed up and I could show you the different stages. But at the moment, I'm unable to do that. But you can see how it's darkening up down here, okay? It's getting better. That should blend at this point, okay? Now I'm going to show you another technique. We're going to use something else. It's going to be a wood filler, a wood putty. And you can color it like this as well. But I'm going to show you another technique, another trick when I go to do my next blend, okay? So, now I'm going to take this. And I've got a little joint there that I'm going to do a little repair for you on, just to show you how it works. All right, so first thing we're going to do, okay, I'm going to take my tape and I'm going to put a tape on each side of this joint, and then we're going to fill this little joint here. All right, so let's get this down here so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Now this is a blue painter's tape that I'm using. All right, this makes for an easy cleanup by putting your tape down. Okay. I'm just going to put tape down right in this area that we're going to use it in. Okay. All right. Now, let's get you up close and personal. All right. Again here. Thanks for being here. All right, I'm going to show you how to make some wood putty and how to tint your wood putty. And I won't be using any seasonings to do that. Okay. And you could add that to your color, see? Now when this dries, it's going to dry a little different color. Okay, but this is why we put down the tape. Alright? So that we don't make a mess on the floor. It's easier for cleanup and everything else. Alright? Now the other beauty about this is, see, I can take now that blends pretty well as we speak. But what I'm going to do is now I'm going to take this cinnamon, I'm going to kind of shake it over. Okay. And I'm just going to kind of smooth it over. Just kind of blend it over the top. Okay. Now, this is why we use the tape, otherwise I'd have a big mess here to clean up. This is a painter's tape. That joint will be gone. Can you see the joint? That's the question. Did it disappear? Not too shabby. Okay. Now, I've got a little section right here we'll do since we're here. I will do this little section right here. Again, for demonstration purposes. All right. Okay. We're gonna come over here. And we're gonna do this here. All right. Wrong side down. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, we are just going to fill that in. Okay. Now next I will be showing you how to make wood putty, how to make a filler, wood filler. All right. Now, again, I'm going to take the cinnamon. Cinnamon's really close to this golden oak flooring, MDF. All right. There we go. All right. And there we have it there. And there. Bam. Gooder than new. Better than new. All right, now take your sponge and lightly wipe right next to the edge. Okay. There you have it. Now later I can come back with a razor blade and I can clean up anything, any imperfections I don't like. All right, so now we're going to zoom you down. Okay. And that's looking pretty good. Now that'll look better. All right. That'll look much better when it dries. And that really blends in here. All right. Now let's make some wood putty. Let's show you how to make some wood putty as promised. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for being here. Who's visiting my channel? Appreciate the support. All right, now. Okay, now the next thing I'm going to do, and we're going to make wood putty. I'm going to show you several different ways of coloring your wood putty. Homemade wood putty. All right. Now, I'm going to take my container. All right. All right, you're able to see. Now, first thing I'm going to do, this is wood shavings. All right. I'm going to take some of these wood shavings, put it here in the bucket. Now this is oak. This is from when I cut my oak, when I made my thresholds or flooring transition. All right, now this is golden oak restore finish. All right, so this has lacquer and it has stain already mixed. Okay, so I'm just going to put just a little bit in here to enhance the color. All right, because we've got different tones of color in this floor. All right, I've got another spot we're going to patch. I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, and so we're just going to get this mixed up in here. So it has that mixture of color. Okay. See, now we have a mixture of color, light with the dark, which blends in while I'm videotaping. Okay, so that has a mixture. So it has a mixture of color now. So I'll show you. All right. And here's the comparison. This is untinted. This is now tinted. You see the reddish brown to the light. All right, very light red tint. That's more of a golden oak stained. All right, what am I going to do next is the question. All right. What I'm going to do next is I'm going to take my glue. Now I can take this color glue and you can put this in your glue bottle. You can make up a bunch, put it in your glue bottle and have the colored glue on hand, all right? If you're doing it the same color over and over again, okay? And that'll stay, just keep it in a bottle. All right, now what I'm going to do here, I'm going to put some glue in here. It's like ketchup, man. Hunts anticipation. Okay, and I've had this glue for a few years actually. It's a Tide Bond 2 glue. It's water resistant. It's a really good woodworker's glue. All right. It's water resistant and it holds really well. Okay, now let's go in here. Let's get this kind of mixed up. Sometimes it acts like it doesn't want to mix, but it'll mix. Okay? And we're going to use this here in just a minute. Now you can also use powder, like from your sanding. When you sand, you end up with a fine wood dust. And that's what I have. The majority of this is a fine powder, it's a wood dust, okay? And that's for smaller joints. I can't see your comment. I see your comment, but I'm unable to read it at the moment. All right, and this is more finer powder for smaller cracks and crevices. And all right, so now I got this about mixed up in here. I'm going to show you how this works. You can add a little water to this, which I may end up doing. Okay, I'm going to show you this. Okay, it's now turning into a putty. Okay, it's like a putty. We're going to get to add a little bit of water to this though. Okay, just a little water. Okay. Okay, it's a little water. All right, a little water added. Okay, a little more glue and we're going to be good. All right. A little more glue. All right. Now, get that glue in there all mixed up. Now remember, the glue dries at the yellowish, very light yellow, but clear, like a transparent yellow almost. Okay. If you were, this was on a chair or on a piece of wood that you were making, you know, this would work really well. I could add the fine dust to this. I could add this right here, and I guess I will for demonstration purposes. That's a little too much. And I want to pour some of that back. Don't like to do that because that can mess up. You know, have little hard chunks in it. All right. So we're going to do 2 demonstrations here. All right, that's with the wood powder now. The sanding powder. All right, this is also makes a really nice putty as well. As I throw it across the room. All right, it also makes a very nice putty. Okay, now let's do the repair. Ready for the repair. Okay, let's bring you over here to the repair site. Okay, here's the repair site. Right here. Okay. Okay, there's the repair site, as promised. Okay, as we're getting it dialed in, bear with me. Hey, buzzsaw. Okay, now, buzzsaw says, good idea. Building color, yes. All right, so as promised, here's the wood putty mixed with the tinted paint, tinted glue. All right, I'm going to do this little area here with this. Okay. And next, I will be doing All right, here we go. Here's the wood putty. I'm using sawdust. Okay. Okay, here we go. That's simple. Now, using this coarser sawdust, you may have to come back and sand it smooth. Where you use the powder, it dries smooth, and when you sand it, it sands really nice. When you use the powder, okay, your sawdust powder. All right. And so that's the difference. This can dry not so smooth. I'm using the coarser. I'm using the fine powder. It dries smooth and it sands nice and smooth. All right, now pull this up. Okay. And you just have a little bit of wipe up with your. Now I used duct tape here on the floor. That's why you want to use your painter's tape. It doesn't stick to the floor, all right? Because it really stuck here really well. All right, now it's a pain to, okay, to give you a hard time to clean up, to get out of there. Okay, so there you have it. Okay, and again, we're going to wipe this up. Clean up the excess. I'm going to come back and I have to use the razor blade and lightly scrape. Okay. And I'm coming across this at an angle. Okay. So, let's talk about what we did here. Let's talk about what we did. All right. So, you can use colorant like your cinnamon, turmeric, and whatever other seasons for the colors you need. All right. Now this is the threshold I made. I'm going to have to glue this in. All right, I made this for this area right there. Okay. And I'll show you that it really works nice when it looks good and it's in place. There it is. And I made that. It feels good. It came out really nice. All right, so let's go over what I did. To create this brownish yellow, reddish color, I used cinnamon and turmeric. Okay? Now, then I added sawdust powder. I took this powder. There's some granulations in here, but it's basically just powder, okay? Then I added the powder to the glue, and I made a putty. It was not a colored glue at that point. It becomes a colored putty by adding your sanding dust, or your fine dust from cutting your wood on your table saw. All right, this is table saw cut out what's left, you know, remains from your wood, all right? And this is at the bottom, but you also can save you when you're sanding using a palm sander. You get a very fine powder. It's finer than this actually, and it works really nice. Okay, so I colored the glue. That you can make colored glue, put it in your bottle, and you'll have it on hand. You want to make a putty, add sawdust powder. Sawdust powder to your glue and you make a putty. You want a heavy putty. You take your wood shavings from your table saw, and this is what you end up with, some real coarse, all right, wood. And there's dust in there too, but it's mainly just coarse shavings, all right? And you mix this with your glue. You can also get this a little wet, squeeze out the excess water, and that will help to blend with your glue a little better, all right? That's a trick of the trade right there. You can add a little water to your sawdust, squeeze out the excess water where it's just damp, and the glue will help to receive the glue and penetrate your wood shavings, okay, your wood dust. All right, and I put this Restore Finish. All right, that has polyurethane. It has stain in it, and you've seen the color differences that it made. All right, this is after it's stained. All right, you can see where the glue really changed the color of that quite a bit, but it will dry a different color. All right. A little darker actually, because the glue turns into, remember, yellowish, transparent yellow. All right, so who's in the chat? Thank you for being here. I got wings over here. All right, who's in the chat? Appreciate you being here. And how to make wood putty, how to color your glue from A to Z. Any questions? As I'm getting ready to sign out and comb my hair. But anyways, I appreciate your time, your support, and remember, tell a friend. It's a win-win-win. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I look forward to hear from you. Bye for now, and never give up, because there's always a way, always. Tell a friend, easy 2 tips and tricks. It's a win-win-win. Bye for now, and God bless. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. Buzzsaw, good idea for building color if you haven't any pigments around. Yes, use your seasonings in the place of pigments so you can color your glue or your sawdust for custom coloring. All right, bye for now, and God bless. Thank you for being here.